It was a cold January morning, it was dark, it was drizzly, it was wet, typical east coast of Scotland weather.
Asif Iqbal was on his way to work in Fife when he spotted a car being driven erratically up ahead.
And the next stage of the journey all happened very, very fast. That part of the road is actually a straight road. There are no bends, there are no twists. And then all of a sudden, for the reasons only the driver knows, he veered off of the road and went onto the other side of the road and hit a car head on, both of them at 50 miles an hour. You can imagine this was almost 100 miles an hour, the car's coming to a dead stop. The noise was horrendous.
Without thinking of the danger, Asif stopped and ran to help.
But my initial reaction was, I'm a father, I have 3 kids. If I've ever been involved in something like this, I hope, it never happens. But, my instinct was to make sure, that person was safe. The driver was dazed. He didn't know what was going on or where he was. I didn't want to move him because I thought it would be better for the emergency services to get involved here at this point. What I did notice was that there was oil or liquid dripping from the front of the car. This was accompanied with smoke from the front of the car, so I was very concerned that any small spark could cause a fire or start a fire. The worst fears were realised when a spark somewhere started a flame.
With flames threatening to engulf the car, Asif had to make a split-second decision. With the help of military personnel from a nearby airbase, he dragged the driver clear of the car and out of reach of the blaze.
By the time we'd reached 10 or 15 metres, when I turned round and looked over my shoulder, both cars were engulfed in flames. The flames were so high that the tree on the opposite side of the road had caught fire, and there were sparks coming from it as well. I drive on that road twice a day. The road there is still black from the fire that happened. So every time I drive past that, it's like a flashback that goes past me and reminds me of that incident. I still take my foot off the accelerator a little bit and slow down when I'm going past that bit.
When my dad told me the story, I thought it'd be just like a normal crash, like crashing, my dad just pulled him out. When he told me the car was burning, and when I really found out from the newspaper and how severe this crash was, I was in shock and I was so proud.
So, Asif, I think we've possibly all imagined a situation like this, right? We've all seen Bruce Willis films. But you were there. So, was it a decision for you, or was it like instinct? What do you think?
Thinking back, there was no time to think. It was just a spontaneous thing. When the accident happened, it was a really, really bad crash. Straight away, I thought, God forbid there is injuries. At worst, maybe some sort of casualty. I was right behind the guy when it happened, so I seen it happened, and my first instinct getting out of the car was, I have to make my way to the car, to the scene of the accident. What happened after that was all spontaneous, no decision making.
I was going to say, just to be clear, you had no experience of anything like this before?
No, definitely not.
But I want to know what your wife said to you when you got home that night. And
she thought I was crazy.
She thought you were crazy?
So did my mum, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Asif, we know that you're actually a bit of a boxing fan, right? So we've actually found the perfect punchy pair. So please welcome the legendary Kings of the Ring, all-time greats, Barry McGuigan and the fabulous Jim Watts. Woo! And so where are they? Guys, oh, there they are. I did. Oh, well. Hi, Jim. How are you? How are you? Great to see you.
With all the craziness that's going on in the world at the moment, doesn't this guy reinstill your faith in humanity? My God, what a man.
Indeed.
What a man. And he underplays it. He underplays it and said it was just a response, but it wasn't. It was terrific bravery and terrific courage, and he's a fabulous human being, and he just represents us all. God knows he
Yes,
does.
indeed.
Then you hear an example of real bravery, and you wonder, how would I have reacted in the same situation? Could I pull someone from a burning car? And I'm thinking, not unless he owed me money. Anyway, there are people in the world there that have a special quality. You can't acquire it, you can't practice it, and you certainly can't fake it. And Asif is one of those human beings. To risk your life, risk your own life to save the life of someone else you don't even know, that's as brave as it gets. Asif is receiving an award tonight, and it's a privilege for Barry and I to be the ones to present it to him. Congratulations, Asif. Fantastic.